Hi everybody, in this week's Tech Tip of the Week, we're going to explore using folders in Google Drive. Using folders is a really great idea, especially when you're working with a ton of different documents within your Google Drive. If you have a lot of different things in your Drive, it starts to get confusing and disorganized. So using folders will allow you to organize yourself, and you can also use subfolders within those folders to make it even more organized. So in this video, we're going to learn how to make a folder. We're also going to learn how to make subfolders and explore how to share those folders with our colleagues. So to start making a folder, you would go up to the New button here and select Folder. I'm going to name mine something like Training Materials and press Create. You can see that it's going to highlight the folder that I created with the little folder next to it, and this is where I can find it in my Drive. Now, if I double click on Training Materials, now I can start populating documents inside of here. So there's a few ways that you can do this. The first way is very simple. You can drag and drop files right onto the screen. So if I have something that I can add, let's say I want to add a video into here, I drag and drop that right over. A box will pop up in the lower right hand corner and it'll upload your file right into your folder. So mine has completed, so if I locate it in my Drive, it shows that the Changing the Inbox Theme video is in my Training Materials folder. Another way that I can add materials into this folder is I can go back to my Drive and select a variety of different documents. So maybe I want to select these two here. If I select them and right click on them, I can choose to select the Move To option. And then a box will show up with all of the different folders that I have. Now I have a bunch of them, but I know that mine is called Training Materials, so I'm going to select that and click Move. Now if I go back to Training Materials, I can see that my syllabus and my ideas for training have both been moved into my Training Materials folder as well. Now, let's say I want to make subfolders. I have documents here and I also have a video here. So let's say I want to separate them so it's a little bit more organized. To do that, while you're in the folder you want to create your subfolder in, click New, Folder. And let's make our subfolder Training Videos and press Create. Now my Training Videos folder has been created inside of my Training Materials folder. And I can just take the Changing Inbox Theme video, I can drag and drop it, or I can also right click and choose Move To and select Training Videos. Now you'll notice that it brings up the folder within this folder, so it's showing Training Videos as a subfolder. So if I wanted to move it to here, I would just have to select it and move here. But I'm going to leave mine exactly as is. But I do want to make another folder, and I'll name this one Training Documents. And again, there is my folder within a folder. And I'm going to highlight these two, and I'll show you if I right click and use the Move To option, I want to move it to Training Documents and click Move. So now you can see that my folder is already more organized because I have subfolders within it. And if I go and click into Training Documents, you'll see my two documents there as well. Another thing you might want to do to differentiate between the folders, besides just naming them different things, is color coding your files. So if I want to change the color of this folder, all I have to do is right click it, select Change Color, and select any color that I like. So let's say I like purple for that one, and I want to change color, and I'll select green for that one. Now my subfolders are two different colors. If I want to change the color of my original folder, Training Materials, all I have to do is go back to my Drive, find the Training Materials folder, and change it the same exact way. So let's select yellow for that. Now my Training Materials folder is yellow, and if I click into it, my other ones have stayed the same colors that I changed them before. So that's how you create a folder, a subfolder, and change the color of your folders. Let's talk about sharing a folder with a colleague. If you're in My Drive, and let's say you want to share the entire Training Documents folder or Training Materials folder, All I'd have to do is right click on it, click on share, and a screen pops up, which is just like any other time that you share a file within Google Drive. All you have to do then is enter the email address or the name of the person that you want to share it with. So let's say I'm just going to share it with myself, just to show you an example, but you would type in anybody else that you want to share it with. And then here's the option of the privileges that that person will have with the folder that you're sharing with them. So if I want this person to have the ability to edit my folder, then I'll just leave it as is. But maybe I just want them to view it. So I would click here, can view, and that'll change it. And I can also add a note here if I like. Something simple like, here are the training documents. And then press send. When I send it, that person will get a notification in their email letting them know that I have shared this folder with them. And that's a little bit of information on how to use folders within Google Drive. Using folders is a really great way to keep your drive organized and easy to manage. I hope you found this tip useful. Tune in next week for our tech tip of the week. Have a great weekend.